Leonard. Kawhi all over him, just took it from him. Took his cornbread, wow. George and one.
We talked about his hands. Stays in the picture. Active hands, comes up with the strip, drops it off to Paul George. He does the rest, takes the contact, gets the
and roll between your two best players. That's been the one thing that's been successful for the Nuggets in this series as George gets his first to go.
Rebound for Leonard. He's got a couple with Paul George getting a screen and popping a three. Another one. Clippers have hit two in a row from distance. Jermichael Green has it. There's Beverly on the wing to George. Harrell down low. Williams on the wing. Bodies down. Three. George. Good. Paul George triple. Porter's out. Leonard. George. Another three. Another hit.
He's on balance tonight, right?
Leonard. Shamet will put up a three.
Look at this. Slip. Good recognition there by Paul George.
Zap on Beverly on the switch. Pat will drive. Corner three. George. Good. Paul George. He'll pull up and unlace a triple. George. That's just hitting the glass. Porter tonight 0 of 2. He's played 13 minutes. Inside open is George. He snuck in Reg and got the two.
Talked to Zubats about that the other day. He had a real pragmatic approach to it. Coming into the NBA from Europe, he said he set little goals for himself. As Kawhi hits the three, he stays red hot, guys.
Murray, Jokic, down low, no one there. Great defense by LA. It's George the other way. Little crossover on Murray. Free on that.
Enemies that hurt you, but the silence of your friends, and I think that's the frustration that some NBA players feel about that screen by his big man. I mean, that's what you want, guys, getting you to the lane, giving you a little bit of extra room, and Cleveland that time doing a good job.
George gets a friendly bounce. Doncic does have a couple of assists. Kawhi trying to extend this run. Gets deep, and Leonard scores and one.
You have to do that by getting in the defensive lanes, getting a couple turnovers early.
If you're just joining us once again, as George on the take, takes on Boban and scores the layup. He is around that injured ankle, Chris.
Yeah, they all tighten up, and Luke is just going to try to keep things loose. And speaking of loose, Kawhi gets loose.
Landry Shamet will find George. This feels like George is trying to put together a monster game right now, and all arrows pointing toward PG-13. Tim Hardaway had a nice playoff run here for the Mavericks in this series. Had 21 points in 35 minutes in Game 4. There's an answer by Kawhi Leonard. His second playoff series. Hadn't scored a point in the playoffs until this year. George fouled by Boban.